All right, everyone. As promised, this week we're going to be talking about EPs, something that we really don't talk about much on the show. So Justin and I each picked 2 EPs that we thought were important that we wanted to talk about today. So I'm going to turn it over to Justin, and he's going to get this thing started for us.
Yeah, so first of all, like a lot of people might not know what an EP is. So it stands for an extended play. It's usually extra songs from a previous recording session or songs and ideas that are recorded in between albums that don't fit on either album necessarily. It's usually 4 to 6 songs. Sometimes they're a little shorter, sometimes a little longer. We do have examples of both of those today. All right, so we're going to kick it off today with Orbit Culture. The EP is The Forgotten. They are Swedish melodic death metal, and this is their 4th EP, released earlier this year. It follows my favorite album of 2023, Descent, and continues right where that album left off. It's just 3 songs, almost 19 minutes. Starts with While We Serve. The build with the orchestral intro into the brutal machine gun drum intro. Nasty riffing throughout. I thought it was a solid way to open it. It's a shorter song on here.
Yeah, so far, I've never met a metalhead that doesn't like Orbit Culture. And honestly, I would absolutely not trust your judgment on music if you don't. I know there's people that haven't heard them, but everybody I know that has actually heard this band, they fucking love them.
I agreed with that until today. I was down the comment rabbit hole on Instagram for something, and somebody mentioned how good Orbit Culture was, and then there was a guy who covers a lot of Metallica songs on his Instagram, very shittily, might I add. I should have wrote down his name. But he said Orbit Culture was trash, and I was just like, what the fuck are you listening to? But anyways.
Well, it's probably the same guy that says Lorna Shore is trash, and says Knocked Loose is trash, and says that any band that has a little bit of hype around them is trash because they got to be the cool guy that only likes the bands that you've never heard of. So fuck that guy. He's stupid.
That covers Metallica. Like,
Orbit Culture's fucking sick. If you like Scandi Melodeath and you like Fear Factory, this is basically what it would sound like if the 2 of them made a baby.
That's funny. I've seen them play with Fear Factory too. Their logos are similar. There's a lot of similarities, even though the music isn't similar.
No.
The Upheaval is the 2nd song. Nicholas is one of my favorite current vocalists. Hard to explain, but his vocal tone is so clean, yet it's not an overproduced clean. It's aggressive, angry, huge. There's relentless drums in this song, and the bridge is intense and frantic.
Yeah, I like that it starts with that dirty, almost like Black Label Society style riffing, which seemed kind of out of place, but it was really cool. And then it's a smooth transition to get into that super fast and heavy. When it gets to that part, it almost sounds like a different track altogether.
Yeah.
But I do love, too, that the vocalist does the Shadows Fall style vocals on this one as well. Or the James Hetfield, whatever you want to call it.
He's harnessing a lot of people that he looked up to, and he does it very well.
Well, the cool thing is he's able to do so many different styles of vocals within that band. And I think that's what makes them stand out, because you got the old school like Metallica elements there, but you also got the screaming, you got the cleans. It's just the total package.
But it's also very much him. It's a very distinctive sound when you hear it. You know, like, oh, that's Orbit Culture. You know what I mean? So, and the album, it's only 3 songs. Like I said, it closes with Sound of the Bell. I like the 90-second plus lead into this track. Has an Amon Amarth going into battle feel. The breakdown in the middle going acoustic and then slowly building back in with the massive explosion of sound was perfectly done. The drums are absolutely incredible, backed by some intense riffs, and there's some other sounds mixed in to give it an even bigger feel. This is an 8-minute epic that has quickly become one of my favorite closers of all time.
Yeah, man, it's a bit daunting when you look at it and you see it's going to be 8 minutes long.
For you, you don't like long songs.
But if you're going to do an 8-minute song, then a 3-song EP is a great place to put that.
Yeah.
You're not already burned out from the previous 9 tracks. So that's a great way to make use of such a long song. It might not have worked as well on an album.
It's true.
But I actually like the nice melodic, just slow burn. And then when this thing slows down midway with that fucking organ sound they're making with the keyboard, it sounds epic as fuck. And then we get violins as well. Incredible adventure that this song takes you on.
There's a lot going on. I'm excited to see where this band goes with the next full-length album, too.
They've definitely proven to be a very versatile band.
They're making a lot of noise too on the literally, but on their live shows, they're very tight. They're stealing the show. Like people go out of there as fans that never even heard of the band going in. So
yeah, I mean, we saw that firsthand. When we were at the Machine Head Fear Factory show.
Well, even before that, we seen them last year. I think it was Avatar.
Yeah, that's actually whenever you
yeah.
were like, wow, this band is really fucking good.
Blew me away, man. So,
yeah,
been a fan ever since. What would you think of the 3 songs overall?
So hard to make an impact with only 3 songs, but I think they pulled it off for sure. This is not my favorite Orbit Culture EP. That honor belongs to 2021's Shaman, mostly because that was the first songs I ever heard from the band, so I'm a little bit partial to that.
He's an old school Orbit Culture fan from 2021, guys.
That's right. I knew about these guys before they were cool. Now they're starting to suck because other people like them.
Don't be like that.
But no, this EP is fucking great, man. Like you said, totally any of these songs would have fit right on the album. Mm-hmm. They definitely kept it right in that same vein. Very much enjoyed these 3 songs. This one is a 5 out of 6 for me. Me too.
Yeah, this was a perfect expansion to what I considered the best album of 2023 and one of the best upcoming bands around. If you still haven't checked out this band, you're absolutely fucking slacking. You need to stop what you're doing now and go check them out. The Forgotten from Orbit Culture is short, but it's perfect. It's a 6 out of 6 for me.
6.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Orbit Culture.